What's your name?
My name is Ismael.
Smile.
Yep.
Where are you from?
I'm from Morocco.
And how long have you been in Japan?
Uh, in 3 weeks, it will be exactly 9 years.
9 years.
So 8 years and 11 months.
All right. How do you like Japan so far?
Well, I like it enough to still be here after 8 years. And I don't have plans to leave it for now. So yeah.
What's the biggest cultural gap between Morocco and Japan?
Uh, we talk loudly. We use our hands. We touch.
Right.
So need to adapt here with the let's not touch each other type of communication. Also mind your surroundings, don't disturb other people. In Morocco that's optional. And here it's more like let's just pay attention to that.
Alright.
And food is also a big culture shock. Mainly eat bread related, like bread is my staple food and sandwiches, etc. So here you gotta switch the diets. Yeah.
Right. Do you have any favorite Japanese food?
I would say it's onigiri. I like takana onigiri. Yeah. And also tsuna mayo, of course. And I like yakiniku with some good wagyu. Yeah. That's my two favorite things. Japanese food.
Is there anything you miss about Morocco?
The food. Japan doesn't have any good Moroccan restaurants. So I usually go to other Mediterranean restaurants. Yeah, what I miss? Yeah, mostly the food. Yeah.
So what's the biggest struggle for you to live in Japan?
At the moment, I don't struggle, but the things that bother me a little bit is I used to have a lot more space in Morocco in my house, and here you need to adapt on things. Even if I want to buy a lot of things, I need to think about, do I have space where to put them? So I never had that type of questioning in Morocco. But I think for people who come to Japan and don't try to learn about their surroundings, including the culture, the language, it's a bit more tricky. You will find a lot of random obstacles that you didn't know about because you didn't read about it. So, but everyone else knows it.
What was the most recent obstacle you experienced in Japan?
I think basically one annoying one is once you go to the bank to open a bank account, they ask you to write your name, your address in kanji, and they cannot write it for you because if they write it for you, it's like the document is not valid. So they're like, well, just write it. And if you cannot write it, maybe you can go somewhere else. So I wish there was a small technological advancement that could go through, just skipping having to exactly write kanji during some necessary steps, such as opening a bank account. Yeah.
Oh, damn. You have to write it in kanji.
Yeah. So they'll even sometime, the staff will help you and give you a bigger version of the kanji and guide you through the strokes, or ask you to bring a friend and pretend they're going somewhere else while your friend is writing it for you. But that's, it's a bit a hurdle.
Damn.
But that's the last thing I experienced.
So 9 years in Japan, how do you think your personality has changed living in Japan?
Every time I come back to Morocco, my family and my friends notice that I become a little bit more annoyed when people don't come on time. Or my expectations in terms of multiple things increase. And they keep reminding me that this is not Japan and I should just be mindful of how things are. Japan raised the standard for a lot of things.
Any example?
If you're driving, you don't hear many honking. I mean, we're near a road. That's impossible unless it's like after midnight in Morocco. So the harmony part doesn't exist anymore. So you need to watch your surroundings.
Right, I see.
So in general, outside Japan.
Gotcha. How do you like the Japanese train systems?
Uh, I like that it's predictable, on time, reliable. I don't like the rush hour. Uh, I don't know. I don't have any solution for it. Uh, Maybe make longer wagons or
Yeah.
faster trains, but I think it's very efficient. But the commuter experience, someone who's working, uh, decrease the quality of life.
Yeah.
I live very close to work so that I don't have to commute because I hate commuting. And when I was a kid, I used to love trains. But commuting made me reconsider.
Have you ever experienced the rush hour train?
Yes, I used to live in Kashiwa in Chibaken
Yeah.
and used to commute to Shibuya. So take 7 a.m. train to arrive at 8:30 at Shibuya
Yeah.
for 6 months, and then 1 hour commutes, and now no commutes or like 15 minutes walking distance.
I got you. So how did you first feel when you know, first saw or had to get in the fully packed rush hour commuting train in Japan?
Well, I'm gonna say there are two experiences. There's the winter experience, and then there's the summer experience. The summer experience is more challenging. I think there's a word, you just have to gamang, you know?
Right.
So just resist, deal with it. Everyone else is dealing with it silently. So, uh, yeah, it's very humid and hot and packed, and being pushed against a warm back is not necessarily a pleasant experience. But let's not forget that Tokyo is a city that you can live in without a car.
Right.
So that's quite great. I know that's not an option everywhere.
Have you ever missed the last train?
When I used to live far away, yes. So you have two options. I mean, three. Option one is you calmly understand your situation, start Googling for a net cafe, and then go there and browse internet or sleep in a safe space. You can continue partying until the first train, or you can take a taxi and take ownership of your responsibility. So, in order to avoid the third option,
Yeah.
I just decided to move closer
Yeah.
to where I used to go out so that there's no last train option.
So that was the fourth solution.
I moved into a place that wouldn't cost more than 3,000 yen in
Yeah.
case I go out and want to go back home.
Got you.